Several people have requested I go over my full con tank build, so I guess this is gonna be that video. Starting off for armor pieces, I try to run 5 out of 5 resilient on every piece. As a tank, pretty much the only place you're gonna be getting hit when your shield is up is in your back, so you're gonna be taking a lot of crits. Being able to mitigate that damage as much as possible is very important. Second thing I like to stack is invigorated. Being full con and having as much HP as I do, the only things that are really gonna deal damage to me by any significant amount are things with rend and when I get diseased and can't heal. Getting those off of me as quickly as possible is like top majority of importance. Um, Generally on most builds that's not going to be something that you're going to want to run, but specifically for this build that's a top tier perk. After that I try to run hammer and sword perks. On my shield I run fortifying shield rush, and on my hands I run accelerating defiant stance. Not for the speed but for the healing. You would want these two swapped, because perks on shields give more percentages because it's a weapon, and weapons give more percentage on weapon abilities than armor does. I've been looking for a shield with those two swapped, as well as some different perks than this one. Typically on a shield you want fortifying or sturdy fortification, not sturdy energy. I also have a chest piece with sturdy energy, so I'm kind of doubling up on that right now. I've been trying to roll a new shield with some better perks. For wards on shield, you'd probably want like either slash ward or maybe like strike ward. Um, I think for OPR you'd probably want thrust ward for just for arrows and bows. I'm typically set up for OPR because I don't enjoy doing wars. I don't normally do them. Uh, for OPR, I run pretty much full physical just for those bows and muskets. I do have another set of armor that stacks some elemental aversion, and I put opals in that when I do wars. Um, Other than that, again, mostly running hammer perks, leeching path of destiny, repulsing clear out, and sundering shockwave. That one's really important. Being able to put rend on everybody around you for your team is an important asset. Leeching Path of Destiny, also important. Being able to heal yourself with Path of Destiny. Even with low damage being full con, you land that on like 5 or 6 people, and that's a fourth to maybe a third of your health bar refilled. That's a big thing. Um, Repulsing clear out, not as important. Clear out is really good in my opinion for a full con tank. Being able to get people off of you and mitigate the stamina damage to your shield is a huge asset, especially when you've got like 5 or 6 people stacking up on you trying to focus you down. Going off of that, my sword I run Omen. This drops from Tempest Heart. It's pretty much the best sword in the game for like recovery because it's got both trenchant and lifesteal, and it's also got refreshing ward, so that's going to cut down your cooldowns even farther. Pretty much both weapons I try to run like at least lifesteal or trenchant recovery because you want that self regen. Now your damage is low in this, the regen, like trenchant recovery and lifesteal both scale off of damage, but your mitigation is so high on damage that eventually you reach a point where it's pretty much giving the same returns as if you had higher damage, just because you're taking so much less damage. On hammer, I've got keen and keenly fortified. If you get a sword with that as well, with trenchant recovery, that's fine. In my opinion, they're both like equal to lifesteal and trenchant recovery. Like being able to mitigate as much damage or heal as much damage as possible yourself is a big pro in this. Because again, with hammer, the keen and the keenly fortified, both of that proc off of pretty much any like crits. So keen's gonna make you hit more crits, and then you pop one Path of Destiny and you hit like a crit on, you even landed on 2 people, one of those is gonna end up with a crit majority of the time. So you instantly get that fortify and you're good to go. Amulet, I run Fortified Recovery, Divine and Health. Divine and Health being very important. Fortified Recovery. Some people will want to run Stamina Recovery. I don't think that's as important because when you've got Sturdy Energy on a piece, and you've got like let's say Nimble on like an earring, which I would probably want if I could find an earring with Refreshing Toast, Regeneration, and Nimble. That would be like really good. Hardy and life stealing or leeching, I'm sorry, on ring, again important. Keeping that max like self regen up is going to be a big thing in keeping you alive.
Oh no! I knew it! Rosalia really got inside his head! He's not even fighting back! Well, I guess it's up to me to save him. Wait, what?
Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. The 10% increased regen from the Sword and Shield Tree perk is really big, especially when you combine all the life stealing and leeching and regeneration. It's just you regen so much per second. I regen about 650 HP every second, and if I drink a mana potion that goes, or I'm sorry, a regen potion that goes up to like 1400 HP a second. Even running like Defiant Stance with my regen, it's like close to 1,000 a second until Defiant Stance ends. So that's a good like I think 5-6 seconds of like just straight on like almost 1,000 regen a second, which is just stupid. Then you pop that extra like 4,000 from it ending. So you can make mistakes with this build in situations and still have that pop off at the end and completely recover you. So other than that, I think that's about it, guys.